Galera, mais um set da Winter Royale. Top 4. Lorz, nosso representante brasileiro desse set versus Balloon Boy. Beleza? Bora lá. Lembrando que isso daqui é Elimination Bracket. Bracket eliminatória, tá? Quem perder esse set tá fora do campeonato, beleza? É isso, não se esquece que no comentário fixado tem minhas redes sociais. Você pode estar me seguindo, tô criando conteúdo lá. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, tô criando conteúdo de react. O que foi isso? Meu Deus. E meu novo canal tá ali junto, tá? Canal de gameplay. Tem Brawlhalla lá também. Bora.
And then goes up and then manages to get a gravity cancel string with those boots as well to force him off just a little bit far enough where Lorz is like, well, I haven't touched the wall this entire time. Balloon Boy's cooking again, right? I don't think anyone really thought about the Balloon Boy boots. You know, they're like, oh, okay, like, you know, he has blasters here, you know, maybe expecting bow.
Yeah, Devil Jin, Diana, those sort of legend picks. But no, we've seen him do the VV thing before. Ooh,
Nice.
He got in a bad spot. Great ground pound from Lorz, one of the harder ground pounds in the game to connect on, and Lorz made it look easy.
Yeah, it's nice to see some Mega Man representation at the top level as well. I mean, I think Clem might be the second best.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice flame sword usage there from Balloon Boy, but Lorz answering back here. Pogo's with a down air, goes for the ground pound. Great timing from Balloon Boy.
He's so good. And again, dodging through that ground pound, weapon throw out, swapping over to the blasters, and now we're going to see that edge guard come in, missing on the D-Light. Lorz just scrambling over there, trying to get something going. Balloon Boy grabbed to cancel D-Light into recovery, and that's going to go ahead and get rid of that second stock from Lorz, and Balloon Boy is like cruise controlling through this first game, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's having an absolutely good time here. I mean, dashing back onto the stage, gets the end light as well. Not gonna be able to get anything true off of that. Just kind of tries to fight for positioning a little bit. Lorz swinging with that orb, forcing him to the corner, and we'll see how Balloon Boy tries to recover.
He's good.
Nice, just jumps around, you know, make sure he does that recovery under the stage, so it's hard for Lorz to do anything about it, and then just uses the rest of his jumps to get back. Huge damage.
Yeah. There we go. That's going to put the Triple B on his final stock. He's done a little work on Lorez's last one, but definitely not going to be an easy win for him at all. Lorz, especially after taking that huge, you know, full stock loss at the very beginning, has climbed his way back to an absolutely equal team, equal game.
I mean, he really earned it, right? I mean, Balloon Boy trying his best to, you know, kind of keep that pressure on. These boots having a little bit of a hard time getting in on this orb, though, right? I mean, boots also kind of a weapon that struggles in a range department, but once it gets in, it really kind of pummels you down. And here we go. Couple openings for Balloon Boy here. Won't be able to get the side air onto Lorz, but forces him to the corner. And as long as Balloon Boy can hold this, down sig might come soon as well. So we have to make sure Lorz is looking out for that too. But picks up his spear, and now he can space him out a bit better.
Yeah, that'll give Lorz a little bit more of advantage here. Balloon Boy, though, catching the landing on the sidelight,
nice.
going to take him all the way up to the sky. Can he catch the landing?
Flame sword,
he does. Yep. Signature is going to connect. See if he can go ahead and find this knockout opportunity against Lorz, because he needs to do it now because he's getting very close to knockout range himself, but it doesn't matter because...
Okay, Balloon Boy. Another one, right?
Cara,
y'all know what time it is.
ele vai mudar pra Priya, velho. Nossa senhora.
Sugar honey iced tea, man. Man, we doing this. I was just saying, oh, Balloon Boy won't have to worry about this for at least a couple of sets. I lied.
Yeah, you did not tell the truth, Flame, bro.
His sleep paralysis demon clown is here to go ahead and give him more challenges.
Okay, Lorz with the chakrams in hand.
Que isso,
going
mano?
straight to work on Balloon Boy, lifting him all the way up in the sky and getting good damage on him already. Balloon Boy already in orange, getting close to knockout range, and that's coming off the chakrams.
Let's see if Balloon Boy can deal with this. It was already looking kind of tough for them in the last game. Gets a down air, gets two actually, so that's going to be good damage. We get roped in, and unattempted read. This is a huge opportunity for some punishes, and I actually love that he goes for the weapon throw into the unarmed recovery and a grab cancel D-Light recovery. Not quite enough, but perfect punishes from Balloon Boy.
Yeah, he knew exactly where that neutral sig was going to take Lorz and was right there waiting on him, able to go ahead and get the good punish. He's trying to fish with those fused dares, swapping to split. Recovery is going to connect, and that is going to be Balloon Boy's first stock. Lorz having the advantage.
Okay, now let's see, Balloon Boy. What else can you do here? Getting chopped up by these chakrams. I mean, has to get to the weapon here. Manages to pick up a blaster. And one more Sayer can kind of force Lorz here if he doesn't touch the wall. Oh, he missed the jump input. Rough stuff for Balloon Boy. That would have been the stock. But now, having to find another opportunity, but it does present itself, and he manages to get those boots into the recovery to secure that first stock off of Lorz.
All right.
Tornado hold. He held it down.
Yeah, he did. Okay, it didn't take too much of a punish from it, actually. Everything's pretty much tied up as Lorz is getting some good connections off of those chakrams over on the left side. Reaching up, okay, the Sair is going to whiff, and so is the Dare. That Sair is going to connect those. Bloom Boy finds his way back up on stage, gets that edge guard in. But Lorz Dare and pulls Bloom Boy right up back into the sky.
Okay, let's see. Side air coming up from Lorz. Gets scooped up, goes for the recovery. It's not going to connect. Bloom Boy fighting to get back onto the stage. Kind of in the danger zone now. Has a lot of damage racked up here. Lorz going for another recovery, and that's going to confirm that knockout off the top KO box. And I don't know. We'll see if Bloom Boy can bring it back, but
yeah, this is looking a
he's
little
not too
rough.
far behind.
No, not at all. He's having a hard time, though, with these chakrams. But he, I mean, for not having to expect to play it, I mean, he is adapting pretty well. That could put Lorz on his final stock. It does, and we got a pretty close game.
Yeah, I think he got hit once, maybe twice, but outside of that, I mean, Balloon Boy in a really good spot to go ahead and secure this game number 2. Lorz, you know, swapping on the chakrams have been making it difficult, but look at this advantage there from Balloon Boy. That's like 5 unanswered hits.
Hit him again, hit him again. We see the D-Light gonna come off the edge guard.
Oh.
No.
Making that side light have true combo is one of those things that people, this is one of the best patches for Balloon Boy. Oh, and he goes for the,
No.
Oh, wow, I can't believe it. He goes for the down sig on the blasters there, but it doesn't quite hit. I got tripped up for a second. I haven't seen the particle effects on that one in a minute. D-Light recovery is the name of the game, and Balloon Boy secures game number 2. There was a time where I could beat Balloon Boy in rank.
Right.
Whatever time that was, he was not the real deal. Now he's the real deal.
He woke up, was like, I'm gonna be good at this game.
Tá, ele voltou pra Nimue, mano.
A great show.
Ele não jogou mal, não.
But right back to
De chakra, né?
the dusk here. Okay, which you know what? I'm happy about, because that kind of shows that, like, you can't just pick up, like, your pocket chakrams, you know, and then just get the dub that you thought would be so easy. Oh, the weapon's so busted or whatever. I'm just going to swap over to it, do what I've seen everyone else do this week, and it'll work, right? Nope, only Bem Tranquilo has been the one to successfully make that happen. And he's been a specialist the entire week and never swapping off, and you can tell he put the most hours.
Absolutely. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
There from Lorz and carving out a good lead.
Okay, now Balloon Boy needs to get a weapon here, dashing over to the right side. Lorz saying, I don't want this to be a 3-0 and a handshake. Can I get these punishes? And so far, I mean, in a pretty good spot, but Balloon Boy's answering back. Goes for ground pound. Can we get the turnaround from Lorz? Not quite.
Dodge.
Good timing. Yeah, exactly, right? That dodge was so perfect.
What a beautiful dodge. No, we've seen Balloon Boy in this position before, and he was able to get it back. Oh, though, catching with the neutral light off of Lorz. Oh, recovery is going to whiff. Balloon Boy misses
Tornado
the landing. And Lorz still, once again, not able to get a good, solid punish onto that whiff.
And then what are you going to do here, Balloon Boy? How do you get him on the way back? He goes for the ground pound, doesn't time it right. He could have gotten that on the dodge in, but he had to be a little bit preemptive. We all know that Blaster's ground pound takes a little bit to wind up.
Oh, could not get anything off of that. Looking for the D-Light. Lorz sees it, backs up, comes in with the side light.
Weapon throw's
gets
nice.
caught with it, and the weapon throw is going to finish off that stock. Balloon Boy keeping it even.
All right, and Balloon Boy has another blaster in his hand. I always have to remember to use the singular, not the plural, when it's Mega Man, because he's holding one joint there.
All right, there we go. Sair's going to send Balloon Boy out. Oh, he's looking for it. He does find a way back up. Weapon throw out, leaves him without anything. Lorz fighting back, getting sent out unarmed. Okay, just going to throw the side sig out there. That's fine. Pogo off the top of Balloon Boy's head, and Lorz getting pushed out off stage again. This is where Balloon Boy has had a lot of luck. And he pushed the wrong button, Flambeau.
Yeah, I was like, dang, okay. You know, sometimes you can get some down airs there, but that side air definitely seemed like the option, and now he's eating some pogos for his trouble, and his stock is probably gone. Yeah, there goes Balloon Boy. Lorz has the lead, might be able to get his first game in this set here if he's able to keep this up, but he has had a lead the entirety of this game number 3. It hasn't been a massive lead, but he has been able to hold it, and I think that's a testament to something here. How much extra credit, extra damage can he get before he loses this stock?
Yeah, I think that's going to be very important, because Balloon Boy has fought himself back from an entire stock deficit here. And there for a fleeting moment it was even again.
Oh, the throw is good.
An absolute specialist with the snipe going off the stage, and now we are all in the final stock. This is Lorz's tournament stock at the Winter Royale. Can he convert it into a win and try and extend us to a game number 4? Balloon Boy. Oh no, he missed off the dare. Lorz. Oh, nice dare. This could be bad for Balloon Boy. He's in a very bad spot, especially against Spear. Weapon throw out, switching over to Blaster, and here we go.
Yeah, Lorz is looking to go ahead and close this one out. D-Light Sayer gives him a little bit of extra damage to Pogo as well. Now he can start fishing for that KO. He's in the range, goes for the side stick, it doesn't connect. Gets the side light, that doesn't connect either. The weapon throw to cover his landing. Still can't find the opening on Balloon Boy. He's yeeting that weapon around. He wants this stock gone, and Balloon Boy has to claw his way back here. The side light is going to be enough, and it looks like Lorz is going to force the game 4, but Balloon Boy still has advantage.
But Lorz doing such a good job just standing his ground in this leather game. Another chance to extend this to a game number 5 is going to be Dusk versus a Mega Man once again, and Balloon Boy is the first one to get some strikes in.
All right, now let's see. Lorz has that orb here. Manages to get a little 2-piece, trying to rack up extra bits of damage, but Balloon Boy on his blasters have been so phenomenal to watch. His accuracy has been pretty good as well. Great side air, goes for the ender there with the leaf blade, but it doesn't quite connect.
No, not at all. Lorz was ready for it. Now we're seeing him take advantage. A good punish, double pogo. Balloon Boy going to find his way back up on stage. Lorz is right there to shut it down with the neutral light off the spear. Oh, no, he threw it away. He's unarmed. Balloon Boy's like, no problem. I'll go ahead and lift you up on and out of here. Going to take Lorz off his first stock.
Yeah, that's the classic Brawlhalla elevator combo. You want to go to the top floor, Blaster's going to take you there. And now Lorz is trying to answer back. Goes for the down stick. That's not going to connect either. There we go. Sideline to the side air. Tries to go for the double. That's not going to connect either. Balloon Boy trying his best. Trick shots him with the turnaround weapon throw. But Lorz, you need to get this stock, buddy.
Yeah, he needs to go ahead and confirm it quick. There
okay,
it is.
side sig. That's good.
Yeah, side sig will, and of course, get it done. Oh, man. All right. This one's a nail biter.
Yeah, I mean, Lorz, you know, I'm always a fan of Game 5. More Brawlhalla is the best Brawlhalla, but,
Amen,
you know,
brother.
has some work to do here. I mean, was able to hold the advantage for the majority of the last game. This time around, though, playing from behind, needs to get a massive opening, needs to get a dodge read and a double D-light, or just kind of poke back with these pogos and nairs.
Being very patient, being quite methodical. The Sayer is going to send Lorz out, trying to get this follow-up Sayer. Couldn't find it. The third Sayer still going to whiff. Fourth Sayer still can't find a connection. Balloon Boy. Okay, Lorz is doing such a good job of spacing him out with those nairs, bro.
Yeah, it's tough, too, because Balloon Boy's trying really hard to stay on top of Lorz because, one, it's going to be that dead zone of the spear, but also it means he can set up for D-Light recovery if he sits there. But now he says, you know what, I'm going to just swap over to the boots, hit that tornado hold one more time for the fans, and get that stock as well.
And he got it indeed. All right, we can see, though, he's getting very close to the stock. He wants to get some bonus damage going into this final one. Sayer. Lorz missing the pogo. Balloon Boy laying down the D-light, gets punished for it. Recovery up. Ceiling just a little too high.
All right, what's going to be the answer here? Balloon Boy throwing out that nair, going for the side air. It's not going to work. But, I mean, perfect response from Lorz with the recovery on the spear to go ahead and bring stock cap back to even without taking too much damage. Only in the light yellow here. Should be able to swing back onto Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy needs a weapon, gets that unarmed nair, and that gives him an opportunity to get these blasters. Gets the last blast of that down light to go ahead and confirm that to the side air. But despite that, you know, things aren't looking too terrible for Lorz. The damage has been roughly evened out here. Only needs 1 or 2 more hits.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This has definitely come back to being an even game. Lorz actually in a decent spot to try and extend this to a game number 5. Ooh, staying out of the D-line.
Nice.
The damage is starting to lay out.
Vai, Lorz, faz o teu negócio, Lorz.
No! Hits him with the recovery.
No!
Oh, man.
Flame out one more of those. That's going to be lights out for Lorz. Can he get the Sayer? Not enough. Weapon throw, not enough. Balloon Boy desperately trying to put it into this right here, right now. D-light.
Oh, goes for the read with those N6s. He's been hitting those N6s all day today, but he can't seem to get it to land on Balloon Boy. That was another opportunity to go for it. It doesn't work. The side air is almost enough. Balloon Boy needs the edge guard to close this out now. The recovery's not going to be enough. Lorz is coming down. How is he going to hang in here? How does he force the game 5? Does he get recovery by Balloon Boy? Balloon Boy goes for it. Instead, catches a Sayer for his troubles.
Meu Deus do céu, que partida.
Game number 5.
Ai.
He indeed did.
Favor the person who's playing them in long sets. I think blasters are best for short sets because you have to be so accurate with the hitboxes that the longer the game goes on, the harder it is to go ahead and continue hitting the person. They start playing slower. They start understanding where you start putting out those hitboxes, and then it gives easier punishes. Balloon Boy having these game 5s, I don't think work in his favor.
No, and it's not working out so far as he is already in
Nice.
orange. He is almost knocked out, and he has not put a single hand on Lorz yet on this opening stock.
Leads to the boots a
No.
little bit, or it gets one, or a reverse nair as well. Side air again, forcing Lorz into the corner, but what's he gonna do? He wants to line up a D-light here. Will he be able to get it, or will Lorz get over? Ooh, he goes for the down sig instead, and Lorz hasn't touched the ground, and that's why Balloon Boy lets it rip on the recovery. He's trying to read his drift, but Lorz holds away. Nice turnaround from Balloon Boy, and he touches the wall, and he gets the ground down, and
mentira.
Lorz won't be able to make it. Balloon Boy clutches and sneaks out of stock, and you can see in the
Mentira.
player cam, Lorz reeling back, wiping some sweat from his brow and pushing his hair out of his eyes. He did not want that turnaround to happen.
That was sick, bro.
It was so sick.
That was sick because he put so much on the line into that dare.
Oh, yeah.
If he didn't hit it, he was gone. And instead, he played the risk, he got the reward, and he does have a slight little lead against Lorz, although I bet he wanted a little bit more bonus damage off of it before getting sent up to the stratosphere.
Honestly, if you're Lorz here, you just got to be happy that you didn't let Balloon Boy run with that, right? Because for all intents and purposes, like, that should have been your lead from that position. But here, things are even. You can't be too mad at that. Balloon Boy is able to find the mark with these blasters since he's punishing Lorz for whiffs, and that's exactly what he needs here. I mean, luckily for him, much easier to whiff punish spear than some other weapons, and so just like that, Balloon Boy is pushing so far forward, gets a perfect gravity cancel, but he doesn't get the side air there, but it's fine, because look at all the damage he's racked up. He's holding the corner unarmed, and the perfect spawn from the blessing of Odin himself.
I was going to say, Odin blessing him with that one, trying to give
Goes for the recovery. Nice. Lorz scouted it out.
Trying to give Balloon Boy just a little more of an advantage here. Ooh, nice air into the back of Lorz, send him out, and Balloon Boy is one stock away from going back up to moving forward to battle Markimu. Lorz has got to shut it down, but he can't find any way to get in. There's no offense coming out of Lorz in this game.
Lorz is getting nervous. You can see it, man. Every single time Balloon Boy gets a hit, a stock, you can feel the recoil in Lorz himself. And at this point, I mean, if you're Balloon Boy, you're like, I just got to hit him once, twice, start fishing for D-Light recovery, and the game is mine. Lorz, are you going to let it happen? Can you get him down to the final stock? Can you be as clutch as some of the other people have been today?
Oh, that's a good start. Oh, he was in a pretty good position, too.
You need that edge guard,
He
Lorz.
didn't punish the side sig. He missed. Lorz
Okay,
with
Nice.
weapon throw, and that should be it. Does he get the dodge back in time? He doesn't, but he gets the gravity cancel and sig. Great coverage from Lorz, though, not giving up the edge guard, but you got to give credit where credit is due. I forgot that was Vivi for a second, you know? Oh, man.
Oh, that was sick. Lorz getting the advantage there, but man, that was a great awareness from Blue Boy, knowing, okay, I have a half an option.
Do you think D-Light recovery KOs here? I think he needs maybe one more hit.
Yeah.
One more hit.
After that nair, maybe.
Let's see, he's trying, but Lorz not throwing out any attacks, right? This is what happens when you get this far in bracket. You got to be very careful. You got to pick your spots like that one. Lorz,
Não.
is that enough? It's enough!
Velho, infelizmente eliminada. Mas vale a inscrição de vocês, não vale? Não se esquece, eu vou estar trazendo mais campeonatos aqui pra vocês. É isso, gente. Bora lá pra final da bracket eliminatória.